everybody, welcome back to Screen Stars. I'm here today to bring you my review for the 2019 horror drama Saint Maud, a film that is written and directed by Rose Glass, and it stars, and I do hope I pronounce this right, Morfydd Clark, Jennifer Eel, Lily Knight and Lily Fraser. Now this film focuses on Maud, who is a healthcare professional. She is very religious, and she ends up giving palliative care to a former dancer and choreographer who is basically dying, cancer I believe it is. So she's like, looking after her and giving her care, and Maud thinks that she has been sent by God to save this woman's soul before she dies, and she gets very controlling. Things start escalating to a really intense finale of the film, I guess you could call it. Right, that's the best way I can describe the film without giving spoilers away, really. What are my thoughts on Saint Maud? Well, this is a film that I've been made aware of this last couple of weeks. I've seen a lot of advertisements for it. Facebook, YouTube, advertisements for the the poster, the trailer, that sort of thing. And to be honest, it's a film I hadn't heard of, but it's starting to get a bit of a buzz now, this film. Now, like I say, it's from 2019. I think it got a release in some places in 2020, and it's just getting, I think it's like media releases like Blu-ray and things like that in 2021. So it's kind of, not been on my radar at all, this film. And I've looked at some written reviews, and I've looked at the trailer, and I've seen, when you got these flashes of bold clips from people's reviews saying, horror film of the year and the best horror film of the last decade, all that kind of stuff, grabbed my attention. Now, this is a UK based film. I'm not sure if it's Ireland or Wales. I think it might be Wales. I think it is in Wales. It's like a sleepy seaside town in Wales. And this film is remarkable in some ways. I'm not going to lie. I wasn't sure initially if it was going to be for me. I'll put my hands up straight away. I'm not a religious person, but I don't think you need to be a religious person to watch this film at all. Let's just make that clear right now. So if that's putting you off, don't let it put you off. It's a really slow burn of a film, littered with really good performances, and a remarkable performance by the lead actress who plays Maud, Morfydd Clark, and again I hope I've pronounced that right. It's, for much of this film, it's drama, and then for the last 15-20 minutes of the film it steers very heavily into horror. It's got obviously religious undertones littered throughout it. It's a very clever film because it gives you many clues. I was watching this and thinking this is more about mental health than anything, and it does give you lots of clues about mental health and things like that, clips of medication and hints of what she may have been through previously as a carer. It doesn't fully reveal everything. She has like a crisis of faith during the film, and she starts indulging in sinning and that kind of thing. And then I don't know. It's one of those films, and I love these sort of films that when it finishes, it raises lots more questions for you, good ones, and it makes you think about so many things. And I thought I had this film nailed on. I thought it was going much more for the drama approach, and I was enjoying that part of it. I thought it was a really engrossing story and great performances, and then the last 15-20 minutes it was like it makes you question everything you've seen before. It really does. So I thought it was remarkable how they managed to do that, and do it in such a way that everything, all the clues it's giving you, everything it's told you in the first 3/4 of the film, the last act, if you like, is kind of like, nah. Actually, this is what you're getting. and I really liked that. It was almost like a found footage film in its structure. Found footage films usually can be quite slow burns, and it gives you a little snippet here and there of what you could expect later on, and a little scare here and there, and then the last act is like boom, have that. It felt a lot like that. It felt almost like a found footage in the way it was structured, this film. But it was much more, it didn't even tease you very, very much watching this film in regards to the horror side of it. The horror side of it felt more psychological and more about, you know, the fractured state of the human psyche sort of thing. That's where I felt the horror was coming from. And then the end happens, and you're like, oh, right, have I just seen that? Did that really happen? Yeah, I've got to say, I really liked it. I love films like this that show you one thing and give you another. I thought it was really cleverly made. It is deserving, I think, of the hype it is getting. It's filmed really unconventional as well. There's loads of close-ups. It feels like every scene you're watching, the camera's really close up on all the actors. Very few wide shots. It feels really down and dirty and gritty. It feels like one of those, you know, English dramas that you're not interested in watching generally, you know what I mean, because they feel a bit dull. Much of this film feels like that. You know, it's not an uplifting film for the most part. But yeah, I've got to say, I really do recommend this one, guys, if you get the opportunity to watch it. I don't think it's for everybody, I will say that, but I really appreciate what it was doing. So I'm going to give it a very strong 9 out of 10. I thoroughly enjoyed this one, and I think horror connoisseurs out there will probably appreciate this one as well. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the review. If you did, don't forget to like, subscribe if you're new, and of course I will be back with more content on Screen Stars very, very soon.